Sasuke versus Urashiki's Rinnegan. Now, this video is going to be more of an informational type of video, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to tell you guys which one I think is stronger as of right now. And as of right now, I have to give it to Sasuke mainly because we don't know a lot of the abilities of Urashiki's Rinnegan. But if we're talking about pure potential and what we haven't seen yet and what I expect to see from the Urashiki's Rinnegan, I have to give the edge to Urashiki's Rinnegan just because of the pure fact that he is an Otsutsuki member. And just off things that we've seen from Urashiki's Rinnegan is one, he uses time space ninjutsu effortlessly, whereas if you see Sasuke use some time space ninjutsu, it takes a lot of chakra out of him. For example, when he did use it the first time and he was fighting Kinshiki, he was noticeably a lot weaker. And another time where you've seen that really take effect is when Sasuke came back from another dimension and he was forced to fight a fighter called Shinu Uchiha, and he lost all the tomos in his Rinnegan. And now you see a character like Urashiki, it looks like he has a lot of chakra to maintain that eye dojutsu, to maintain a lot of the Rinnegan's abilities such as time space travel and time space ninjutsu. So I'm guessing in the long run we will see that Urashiki's eye dojutsu is going to be stronger, but I'm going to get into the actual informational stuff about the video. First things first, I'm going to talk about the differences and how they acquire the Rinnegan. Now, of course, in terms of Sasuke, because he is a human and not a god like Urashiki, he has the set rules that we know and love. Now, the first rule that we do know is that you have to get some sort of chakra from the Sage of Six Paths. Doesn't matter how you get it. It could be from you getting Indra and Ashura's DNA inside of you, which was how Madara did it. He was actually the reincarnation of Indra, and then he implanted some Hashirama cells inside of him, which then gave him the Asura side of the chakra, and then that gave him the Sage of Six Paths. That's how Madara got the Rinnegan, and of course Madara gave Pain or Nagato the Rinnegan, so that's pretty much Madara's Rinnegan. And the way that Sasuke got his Rinnegan is that he got the Sage of Six Paths chakra directly from the Sage of Six Paths. So that's pretty much how Sasuke got the Rinnegan. But now, in the case of Urashiki, Urashiki is a very different being mainly because he is a god, much like the Sage of Six Paths, much like Kage. They're all from the Otsutsuki clan. What we all know today, it's pretty much irrelevant as of right now, mainly because we all thought that the step up from the byakugan would obviously be the Tenseigan. We kind of got taught that in the Naruto, the last movie, and also we kind of knew that from even before that. So right now, it's really uncharted water in terms of what Urashiki got his Rinnegan from. Now, if you guys don't know, the step down from the Rinnegan is obviously the Sharingan and the Mangekyo Sharingan, in which Urashiki Otsutsuki has neither. Now, I'm saying he has neither, that's pretty much speculation, mainly because we don't know exactly what Urashiki can do. It is speculated that Urashiki might have all 5 eye dojutsus in terms of the byakugan, the Tenseigan, the Sharingan, the Mangekyo Sharingan, and the Rinnegan. It is very possible for him to have all 5, and he could possibly just change his eyes whenever he wants to. Now, if you guys think about it, Urashiki actually unlocked this Rinnesharingan or Rinnegan type of looking figure, because if you guys think about it, he turned his byakugan into a Rinnegan. And if you guys think back to when anybody takes a dojutsu, usually they cannot change that dojutsu back into a regular eye or their regular state of eye. For example, when Kakashi took the Sharingan, his eye remained a Sharingan, whereas Sasuke's Sharingans or anybody else's Sharingans that's actually a part of the Uchiha, they can revert their eye back to regular, which tells me that Urashiki, he has the ability to revert his eye back to his regular eye, which is the byakugan. And of course that tells me that Urashiki in turn has unlocked the Rinnesharingan or the Rinnegan by himself. The reason why I think his base dojutsu is the byakugan is because that probably takes up less chakra. Obviously the byakugan isn't always activated, you have to manually activate the byakugan, whereas the Sharingan is always draining chakra whenever you have it. The next thing I want to talk about is the color of the Rinnegan. Urashiki's color of his Rinnegan is red. Now there's a couple questions surrounding that fact, mainly because it kind of changed colors when we seen it originally. We all know the Rinnegan is usually supposed to be purple or a purplish blue, which is the same kind of color that Madara, Pain, and Sasuke had, also Obito. But here's the thing, Urashiki's byakugan started off as a brightish glowing red, almost lighter than the Sharingan, but then it dimmed to like a burgundy type of color. People are kind of saying that if we would have seen the eye dojutsu even further, it would have probably dimmed all the way to purple or blue, and that could be a possibility, or it could be possible that he just has a red Rinnegan. Supposedly Momoshiki has a different colored Rinnegan. Momoshiki on his hand has a red Rinnegan, and the second state of Momoshiki, he has a yellow Rinnegan. And because Urashiki has a red Rinnegan, a lot of people are kind of comparing it get to the Rinnesharingan, and some people even think he has a Rinnesharingan. Now here's one thing that supports that. I kind of talked about this in my review of yesterday's video, but I didn't really go in depth of it. Urashiki has a time-space ninjutsu that's very similar to the Rinnesharingan. If you guys don't know, Kage had the Rinnesharingan and Madara had the Rinnesharingan for like a second, but when we seen Kage use her time-space ninjutsu, it looked exactly like Urashiki's time-space ninjutsu. That's another reason why a lot of people feel like, hey, Urashiki's Rinnegan is definitely a Rinnesharingan. And another reason going to be because his Rinnegan has some tomos in it. Obviously, we don't know everything surrounding Urashiki's Rinnegan, and the abilities of Sasuke's Rinnegan are pretty much through the roof. He has all the abilities from the Sage of Six Paths. It is kind of speculated that he doesn't have them all mastered. For example, he doesn't have the absorbing of chakra really mastered. If you guys remember, back in the last episode, Sasuke had the ability, or he should have had the ability, to absorb that huge projectile, that tailed beast bomb that Momoshiki fired off, but he did not, which kind of leads people to believe that he doesn't necessarily have all the abilities, or not all the abilities, but all the abilities mastered of the Rinnegan. A lot of people feel like he needs the second Rinnegan to get that, but let's just say for the sake of this video, he has all abilities of the Sage of Six Paths. He has teleportation, he has time space ninjutsu. Not only that, because he has the tomos, he has all the abilities of the Mangekyo Sharingan, such as Amaterasu, such as Susanoo, and multiple other things like that. Sasuke's Rinnegan is pretty much broken. We already know this, but it's going to be very interesting to see what Urashiki can do with his Rinnegan or Rinnesharingan, and I'm very excited for this. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some opinions. What do you think Urashiki has in his Rinnegan? What do you think his abilities are going to be? Do you think it's going to be very similar to Sasuke's Rinnegan? Do you think it's going to be weaker than Sasuke's Rinnegan? Or do you even think it's going to be extremely stronger than Sasuke's Rinnegan? Because again, he is part of the Otsutsuki clan, and he does have a significant amount of chakra, probably even a significant advantage over Sasuke. But it's been your boy Baara, and we out.